Welcome to Enjoying Life, a program of music, chatter, and friends, designed to put a refreshing moment in your day. Now, please welcome your award-winning hosts, Dr. Jerry and Little Jan.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you so very much. I can hardly wait for this program today.
This is going to be a really
Isn't it good?
special...
We have a special friend that's going to be here, then we have some special friends that are going to be with us today. And you know, it's a program that we feel like is so timely. We want to honor our first responders, and we want to honor the military.
Absolutely.
And this program today is designed just for that, for those who stand for the red, white, and blue. And so as we sing this first song, we hope that you'll join in with us and know what it means in your heart. I still believe in America. I know she's had her problems down through history, but that will never change just what she means to me. I'll lift her up, for she has never let me down. She's still the greatest country anywhere around. I still believe in America, and I will stand for her down on my knees. I still believe in America. God bless this land of liberty. Time I see Old Glory in the sky, I know that for my freedom someone had to die. I still shed a tear each time I hear her song. America the beautiful, still standing strong. I still believe in America, and I will stand for her down on my knees. I still believe in America. God bless this land of liberty. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. I still believe in America, and I will stand for her down on my knees. Land of liberty. God bless this land of liberty. God bless this land of liberty. Don't go very far away, and we'll see you in a minute. We're so glad you stayed with us. It's going to be a great program.
This is going to be really a lot.
We've got some special friends, and they're from our neck of the woods.
They are.
They are.
Over there in Paulding County.
In Paulding County. Yeah. And that's where we live, and we're so proud of them.
Yes.
And we want to begin by introducing a very close friend in this bunch that we've been knowing for a long time. You have.
I've known as pastor. Yeah,
yep.
He's my pastor.
He's a pastor. He's a teacher. He's a chaplain. He's a fire specialist. We're just glad to have Reverend Dr. Johnny Turner. We're glad you're here.
Would you so
introduce
much.
Our special guest as well as yourself?
Yes. We're glad to be here today, too.
We're glad you're here.
This is our fire chief, Joey Pelfrey.
Hi, Brother Pelfrey. Can I call you that, please?
Yes, you can.
All right, Chief.
He's my boss.
Oh, he's your boss.
Yes.
Okay.
This is my other boss. This is our sheriff, Paulding County, Gary Gully.
We're so glad you're here, Sheriff Gully. We're just so glad you're being with us. Thank you so much for coming. You know, you guys, we are our first responders. In a day or week or month, I'm going to speak to you, Sheriff. How many calls, if you averaged it out for the year, how many calls a day you think, a month, a week do you get?
Through our 911 center, we handle about 65,000 to 67,000 calls a year, about 200 a month.
200 calls a month.
Yes, sir.
Now you go to criminal problems, you go to domestic problems, you go to wrecks. I don't know what else you cover.
Yes, We're a full-service sheriff's office, so every call for service is ours. We don't have a county police department. Everything there goes through the sheriff's office. We handle all of it.
So do you consider yourself on the job for 7/24, for 24/7?
24/7, 365. We're
Wow.
even open on Christmas Day.
Even on Christmas Day?
Even on Christmas Day.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know, that's an awesome responsibility. We'll come back to you, but I want to address our chief of the fire department. How many, you're head of the Paulding County Fire Department?
Yes, sir. Paulding County.
Now, how many people would that be responsible for? You have any idea?
We have 130 firefighters that work 24 hours a day, and we also have about 15 administrative staff that support them in training and inspections.
Uh-huh. Oh, you do more than just fight fires and things like that.
Yes, sir.
I know that you go to wrecks. Every time I see a wreck, there's a fire truck there.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why that's there, because, you know, it could be a fender bender and you guys are there. And then when you go to medical emergencies, just like he's covering criminal and domestic disputes, you have all the other. How do you train for all those different things?
We have a training division, and we're required by the state of Georgia to have some training in fire and EMS. So we run a lot of those calls. We run about 1,500 calls a month.
Wow.
And about 85% are medical and rescue calls.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Why do you go to every wreck?
We have to go to wrecks because there's a possibility of fires at that wreck or
Well, there
fluid leaks, and we also go to all the wrecks because we have hurt people most of the time.
Yeah. Let me go back to the sheriff, because that brought up something I want to ask him. How, you know, we're sort of into ministry, you know, just like Brother Johnny and so forth. So we understand domestic problems a little bit, because when you go to seminary, they train you in pastoral counseling. How do you train for such things as domestic disputes when you're called out in the middle of the night?
It's the same thing. Our guys have to go to mandate school, and it's about a 12-week course, and they get a crash course and everything, but there's nothing like on-the-job training. And we do a lot of, we put new deputies with the senior officers, and they learn from the senior officers until they're able to handle themselves. And then, of course, it's just a continuous circle as they move up and they start teaching the people in the lower ranks. Domestics are of trouble, and there's really no winners in them.
So your teachers, you get involved in teaching.
Yes, we have,
Yes,
we
you
have
do.
to.
Mandate of certain training, and then learn on the job.
We do. They go to mandate, and then, of course, we have training in our office, and it lasts about as long as the mandate does. And we'll put them with a certified officer until they're ready to turn loose on their own.
I think that's fantastic. How many people do you have to oversee?
I've got 210 that's mandated deputies and about 290 total employees.
My goodness.
Those
Can
are
you, I want to
large
ask something else since I'm talking to you, Sheriff. What's the difference between a sheriff and a policeman?
The policeman works in the jurisdiction of like the city limits. The sheriff is the top law enforcement officer in the county. He's also over the courthouse and the jail. So everything goes through is us. If you don't have a county police, and usually the county police, they'll work 911 calls, but the sheriff in the county still runs the jail in the courthouse.
Well, now, in yours, you have 24/7 responsibilities, too. Do they live on the premises, or do they grab a volunteer thing? How do you do that?
No, we're an all-career fire department.
All-career fire department. Now, what does that mean?
That means they're paid.
Oh.
Yes.
That's a good deal. That's
I love your sense of humor.
Yeah, that means they're paid. We used to have a volunteer fire department. When I started, it was all volunteer, and I was a volunteer, and we have slowly transitioned to an all-career fire department.
I think that is awesome. Yeah, I did not know that.
And we cover the entire county. We don't have city fire departments or anything, so we cover the whole 313 square miles.
313 square miles.
Yes, sir.
Do you use a GPS or just knowledge of the county?
Knowledge and 911.
Knowledge and
The
911.
dispatchers help us a lot if we can't find something, but our guys are very good at doing territory training and know where they're going.
That is so good, so good. Now, Brother Johnny, I know that you're a fire specialist, according to what I read
Well,
about
see,
your
I know
credentials.
Brother Johnny as pastor and fellow musician.
Yeah.
But see, I don't know all about what he's been doing in this with these guys.
The other day, we knew you all were coming to be on our program. So she was saying, I didn't know that Brother Johnny was a fire specialist. I said, well, he's been preaching on hell for years.
Yes, I have.
Okay, tell us, I know you speak to high schools and elementary
Yes.
schools and colleges. What is your job as a fire specialist or as a counselor? And I know you go to wrecks too when they need families. Give us a little bit of that.
Okay, I teach fire safety education.
Okay.
You know, the kids stop, drop, cover your face and roll. 2 ways out of a house. These types of things we teach first graders.
Say that first one again. Stop.
Stop, drop, cover your face and roll.
Oh, Really?
Yeah, that puts out the fire.
Yeah. Well, isn't that something? I never heard that, but I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And we teach the first graders. The month of October is our first graders month.
First graders?
19 elementary schools in our county, and about 2,200 first graders that we teach. And we go through the whole.
That's a
whole
lot
education
of people you're touching.
It is.
And I ran into you on the streets the other day when I said hello, and you either going or coming from or something, a wreck or somebody, family died or something,
Yes,
you were
sir.
counseling. You do that too?
I do that too, yes, sir.
Do you
It's a
guys,
trying time.
do all three of you guys get in on the counseling at times?
Is that all part of it? I mean, I guess wherever you work, you got to handle it. When they go to a fire, what's the danger? We always think of a place caving in on fire. Is that the biggest danger? What's the biggest danger?
The fire.
The fire
the
itself.
heat. Yeah, the heat. We have a lot of conditions that we have to look out for when we're arriving on the scene, and the heavy fire conditions are a big challenge to us because of collapse and smoke. And it's the main thing. It's life safety.
Yes,
and that's what we're looking for. And our guys are trained very well and do a fantastic job of keeping that in mind and doing their jobs when they get on the scene. But I would say just the heat intensity of the fire is probably the most dangerous thing.
Because you got to be right at it, don't you? You got to fight it.
They do, and like I said, they do very well, and they're trained well to do it. So.
Wow. Recently, I won't say when we're recording this and when it'll play on the air, but just this week on Monday, I heard of an officer being killed. Have you had anybody killed under your watch?
Luckily, we haven't had any officers killed in the line of duty. Most of our injuries is coming from car wrecks and foot chases and fights with suspects out in the woods.
Wow. Are your men, do they have to learn not to pull away from that, don't they?
You're not allowed to pull away from it.
Oh, you're not allowed to.
So we are in what we do. That's what I said, when you see people running away from it, we're the ones that runs to it. That's kind of what we do.
When you and I would run away, they run to it. That's our statement. Well, we don't have a lot of time, but I want to hear we have an audience, maybe 100,000 people that are viewing, and maybe more than that in many other cities. But I want you to think, what can our audience, because you guys are the first on the scene. I hate to say we love you, but I mean that in a very sincere way. We honor you for your dedication for the many years. But what can the public do? Let's start with the firemen. What can the public do to help you?
I think ours is preparedness is for families to have smoke detectors on every level of their home, to keep the batteries changed twice a year, to learn CPR. And that's very important to learn CPR. It takes us a little time to get on the scene, and CPR needs to be started right away. And we have seen incidents where CPR is started immediately where patients are revived. So I would say those are probably the two most important things. And Brother Turner does do a good job teaching fire safety education. And if these kids take it home to their parents, let the parents take it seriously when they tell the parents that they want to practice exit drills in the home and the stop, drop, roll. If they do that, it really does help.
I've heard of that, but I never really thought of that. Practice exit drills in the home.
It's called EDITH. That's the acronym for it, exit drills in the home.
Well, isn't that something? It's a part of your program, huh?
It is.
Practice safety drill, exits in the home in case of fire or things of that nature.
No two ways out.
No two ways out.
No two ways out of the house.
And you teach that?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, because at this very moment, do we know two ways out?
No, we haven't thought about it.
That's true. That's it. We don't think about it.
We don't think about it until it's too late.
That's true. That's true until the fire's blocking your way. I never thought of that.
That's scary.
Let's plan that together, okay? Okay. What can the public do to help the sheriff's department and law enforcement?
The best thing the public can ever do for us is their support. That's number one thing. We need their support. We need them to stand behind us. You see one of our guys on the side of the road and the traffic stops, slow down. Of course, there's move over laws now. Slow down and be prepared to stop, because you never know what's going to step out in front of you, whether it's a deputy. We get in a fight on the side of the road, we may get knocked out in the road in front of you, so be prepared to stop. Move over a lane if you can. That helps a lot. The other thing is, your community is better than we do. If you see something going on there that's not right, never be afraid to call us. Let's come check it out.
No matter how trivial it may seem, call you guys, huh?
You be our eyes and ears. You're the best thing we got.
Right.
That's
Wow,
good.
that's good.
Yeah.
The public can be the eyes and ears of their community.
That's it.
How did you get involved with all this, Pastor?
I started a couple of years just as a volunteer chaplain with them. Then the job came open for a specialist, and Chief hired me.
Wow. So that's great. I never knew that until one day I saw you on uniform.
Yeah.
And I said, is that Pastor Johnny? And there he was in uniform.
Yeah. I've been very privileged to work with these guys. And, and not only the firefighters, but with our sheriff's department. We work, let's talk about hand in hand. We work close together. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Before we came on there, we were laughing about that. You know, the sheriff, I believe he kind of got a sense of humor.
He has a little.
He said when it goes well, we're working together. When it goes not, I don't know it.
That's it.
That's almost sound like church work, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Whoa.
You have a sense of humor in this line of work. You better have a sense of humor in this line of work.
Oh, I guess so. I guess so. Well, do you have monthly meetings with your men, or how do you spread the word through your department? Let's go with the chief of fire department first.
Email is wonderful.
Email.
Okay.
We do. Everybody has emails. We communicate. We do have meetings with our staff, and of course, when they train, we get a chance to see them.
Do you test them out into their training, or how do you know they're ready?
Well, they go through a 14-week recruit school. So we know they're ready. And then, like the sheriff said, it's on-the-job training. That's the best training you can have. And then they have supervisors and officers there with them to make sure they're prepared.
Do deputies, that's what you call those who work under you, do you go to a school and do you graduate?
You do. You graduate from the police academy.
You graduate from the police academy.
And there's all kind of schooling that you can go on. Like you can go to IT school. If you want to be a teacher, you have to go to instructor school.
Yes.
I went to instructor school, which allows me, the state will certify you to teach. So then you can go back to the police academies and teach the cadets that comes through.
I'm not asking your age. That's none of my business. But how long have you been in law enforcement?
I've been working for Paulding County Sheriff's Office for 27 years, and this is my 8th year as a sheriff.
27 years, 8 years as sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Wow. And in the fire department, Chief Pelfrey.
25 years. The second year is fire chief.
Is that right? 25 years and 27 years. How long have you been in your work?
Well, let's see. As a chaplain, this coming January will be 50 years.
50 years?
50 years of it. That's all
You're
right.
kidding.
Goodness.
Well, you look, I mean, you look pretty good. You know, these guys are losing their hair and yours not even turning gray.
I don't worry like they do.
Oh, is that right? I tell you.
I love that.
Well, that's tremendous.
That's
Well,
good.
we just can't say thank you enough for being with us. We're behind you 100%. We honor you. We honor what you do. And we stand behind you. And if there's anything that we can do personally, don't hesitate to call us. And we feel the same way when we need you. We know have a friend in the fire department and a friend in the
And
sheriff's
we'll call
department.
you if we need security, and you
And a
call.
fire.
And you call me if you need a song that you want me to sing. I'll do that.
That
works.
That works.
It all works. doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
We want to,
Remember all the guys when you pray.
Yes, sir, we
pray.
will. We certainly will.
always
We
do.
will, and we'll continue to.
Yes, we
Because, you know, I believe in that.
Yes,
We
sir.
believe in that.
Yes, sir.
And I believe there is a great power that can intercede in our lives. And many
Absolutely.
times, in the danger that you guys face, we want God's protection grace to be with you as best. We'll
need
be
Him.
praying for that.
Yes,
we
you
need it.
do.
We all
Yes,
need it.
we all.
Well, we're just so proud of these guys, and we honor them. We're so glad they're on the program. But we're going to go into a roll-in now, and they'll stay with us till the end of the program. But we want you to see this particular roll-in as we honor our military. Every department, every branch of the military, we want you to know we love you and the way you stand in our country and for our country.
Yes.
So listen to this and enjoy. And at the end, join with us as we sing God Bless America. God bless you as we honor our military.
United States Air Force. The United United States Navy. United States Army. United States Marine. Our freedom on foreign land. Join with the Kingdom heirs and join with me as we sing God Bless America. Let it be a prayer from your heart. Sing it now. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean, wide with hope. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean, wide with hope. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet Thank you for staying with us, and we want to say again before we leave, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Dr. Goff.
Brother Johnny,
Thank
we
you.
love you, and thank you for your dedication, and thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Chief, thank you for what you mean to Paulding County and all of us, no matter where we live. It's
That's
you
right.
guys that make us know how to walk and talk, and you respond. Thank you
sir.
so
I
much.
appreciate it.
Sheriff, thank you for coming.
It's been my pleasure.
Thank you. We honor you. You guys are our first responders. You're there when we need you. And to say a simple thank you seems so small, but we mean it from our hearts.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Brother Johnny. And
you,
we
sir.
honor what you do both in your pastoral work and in the work as
I
a
appreciate
fire specialist.
it.
Train our kids well, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you guys, you took special effort to come with us today. And when this is shown across the country, they can see it around the world on the web, you know. So we get letters from Montana and Canada and all this from people that see it on the web. It's amazing.
they'll know where we
but
live.
we want to know that we love Paulding County and the guys that are there for us when we need them.
Amen.
And when we see the lights blinking and the cars running and the siren,
it is.
we'll say, we know them.
We know them.
That's right. Thank you for viewing with us. We're so proud that you're with us today.
We do.
Thank you for coming. And let me say from little Jan and myself, join with these men. They put their lives on the line every minute, every day. And as Chief said, and as the Sheriff said, it's 24/7, isn't it?
There's no let up. You feel the weight of it every hour of the day, every day of the week, every day of the month, and through the year. And we know that that's a burden to bear. But trust me, as one of millions that are out there depending on you, thank you for your service. And we want you to stand with them and be a part of it. And you know, they told us as they were speaking earlier, equip your home for fire.
Yes.
Honor when you see the lights flashing, move over and give some protection to them. Train up the kids in the way they should go. I always thought that was just religious, but that means more than that, doesn't it? Yeah,
It
it's
certainly
training in the home.
does.
In fact, I'll tell you honestly, I don't think I thought of that today, but I'm going to go home and look at some outlets.
We'll do a
What do we
class.
need, doors and windows or whatever?
Yes, sir. Doors and windows. Get out of them.
Something you can get out of.
Right.
All right. Does it have to have a key or somebody just get through?
Something to get through, too.
If you got a key, use it.
If you got a key and needs it, use it?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. Well, thank you so very much. We appreciate you standing with us. Sweetheart, one did a wonderful program.
It was wonderful. Thank
I
you guys
still
so
believe in
much.
America, and I will stand for her down on my knees. That's exactly. So pray for them, stand behind them, be a part of what it
Remember
takes
our
to be a
motto.
first responder. We love you.
Remember our
remember our motto, take Christ as your partner and enjoy life. We'll see you next week.